Story 1 of 8. Hantavirus outbreak on cruise ship MV Hondius causes deaths, quarantines, and global repatriation efforts. Hantavirus outbreak on cruise ship MV Hondius causes deaths, quarantines, and global repatriation efforts. Here's what every outlet agrees on. 3 people have died from a suspected hantavirus outbreak on the cruise ship MV Hondius, a Dutch couple and a German national. The MV Hondius cruise ship was sailing from Ushuaia, Argentina to Cape Verde, with stops including South Georgia, Tristan da Cunha, and St. Helena. The ship was initially denied docking in Cape Verde due to the outbreak and later redirected to Tenerife, Canary Islands, Spain, for repatriation. The first death occurred on April 11, 2026, when a 70-year-old Dutchman died on board the ship. The ship carried 149 passengers and crew from 23 nationalities, including 19 British nationals, 17 Americans, 14 Spaniards, and 4 Australians. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian and ABC report that the Dutch couple died on April 11th and April 26th respectively, but the exact date of the wife's death is unclear in some sources. Some sources state that the ship was carrying 147 passengers and crew, while others report 149, with discrepancies in the exact number of crew and passengers. The Guardian and ABC mentioned that the ship was denied docking in Cape Verde, but the exact reason for the denial varies slightly between sources. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian, news.com.au and SF's News.
Story 2 of 8. Year 7 student trapped under train at North Melbourne Station, suffering serious injuries. Year 7 student trapped under train at North Melbourne Station, suffering serious injuries. Here's what every outlet agrees on. A Year 7 student from St. Aloysius College was trapped under a train at North Melbourne Railway Station on Monday, May 11, 2026, around 3:50 to 4:00 p.m. The boy was transported to the Royal Children's Hospital with serious lower body injuries, initially in critical condition, but later described as serious but stable. Fire Rescue Victoria and Ambulance Victoria responded, with firefighters using hydraulic jacks to lift the train and extricate the boy, a process taking up to an hour. The incident disrupted train services on the Williamstown, Werribee, Craigburn, Upfield and Frankston lines, with cancellations and delays. Up to 8 paramedics, including advanced life support and mobile intensive care teams, assisted the boy at the scene, but not all outlets told the same story. Article 1, Newscom AU, states the boy was trying to retrieve his mobile phone, while Articles 2, 3, 4, ABC, and 5, the AG, describe his bag getting caught on the train's mirror as the cause of the fall. Article 6, Newscom AU, claims the boy was fighting for his life initially, while other sources, ABC, the AG, describe him as critical initially, but later serious but stable. This story was covered by ABC News, news.com.au and The Age.
Story 3 of 8. Expert tips for safely and effectively freezing food to save time and money. Expert tips for safely and effectively freezing food to save time and money. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Julian Cox is an Associate Professor of Food Microbiology at the University of New South Wales with a focus on food safety. Justine Schofield is the author and host of the TV show Everyday Gourmet on Network 10. The danger zone for food safety is between 5 degrees and 60 degrees, where bacteria multiply rapidly. Food should not spend more than 2 hours in the danger zone before refrigeration or freezing. After 4 hours, it should be discarded. Freezing does not destroy all organisms but stops bacterial growth. Spoiled food can revive bacteria when thawed. This story was covered by Sydney Morning Herald and The Age.
Story 4 of 8. Michael Voss resigns as Carlton AFL coach after poor season start. Michael Voss resigns as Carlton AFL coach after poor season start. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Michael Voss resigned as Carlton's senior coach on 2026-05-11, or before 2026 05-12 Tiondras 25-43 through 6-08, with immediate effect. Carlton has lost 7 consecutive AFL games and sits 16th on the ladder with 1 win against Richmond in round 1 from 9 games in 2026. Voss coached Carlton in 99 or 103 games. ABC reports 103, others report 99. Between 2022 and 2026, with a 47% win rate, 47 wins, 51 losses, 1 draw. Josh Fraser will serve as Carlton's interim coach for the 2026-05-14 game against Western Bulldogs at Marvel Stadium. Voss previously coached Brisbane Lions 2009 to 2013 and was a champion player, 3 premierships as captain 2001 to 2003. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC reports Voss coached Carlton in 103 games, while Thea J and Guardian report 99 games. Thea J states, Voss's contract was only guaranteed into 2026 by new CEO Graham Wright. But ABC does not specify Wright's role in the guarantee timing. Guardian describes Carlton's 2025 season as 10 of 32 wins since the start of 2025, while other sources focus on the 2026 season's 1-8 start. This story was covered by ABC News, The Guardian and The Age.
Story 5 of 8. ADFA cadet charged for hidden camera in bathroom capturing intimate images. ADFA cadet charged for hidden camera in bathroom capturing intimate images. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Tane Stevens, 20, was charged with 5 counts of capturing intimate visual data, breasts, in ASET Magistrates Court on 2026-05-11. A recording device was found hidden inside a soap dispenser in a shared women's bathroom at the Australian Defence Force Academy, ADFA, in Canberra. Police seized a wireless transmitter, camera, SD card, power bank, and 2 additional recording devices from Stevens' room and vehicle, with about 40,000 files allegedly identified. Stevens was granted bail with strict conditions, including residing with his parents in Ipswich, Queensland, surrendering his passport, and avoiding ADFA and alleged victims. Stevens was suspended from ADFA after being charged, and the Defence Force issued a statement confirming the investigation and suspension but declined further comment. But not all outlets told the same story. ABC states, Stevens was arrested on 2026-05-11, while Newscom.au says he was arrested on 2026-05-09, Saturday morning after a 2-day investigation. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au.
Story 6 of 8. Former US Mayor Eileen Wang pleads guilty to acting as Chinese foreign agent. Former US Mayor Eileen Wang pleads guilty to acting as Chinese foreign agent. Here's what every outlet agrees on. Eileen Wang, 58, pleaded guilty to acting as an illegal foreign agent of China in a federal plea deal unsealed on May 12, 2026. Wang worked with Yaoning Mike's son, 65, on a fake news website called US News Center to promote Chinese propaganda between 2020 and 2022. Wang was elected to Arcadia City Council in November 2022 and served as mayor, rotating position, until her resignation on May 12, 2026. Wang and Son received and executed directives from Chinese government officials, including posting pre-written propaganda articles, such as a PRC official written essay denying Xinjiang genocide claims. Yaoning Mike's son was sentenced to 4 years in federal prison in February 2026 for acting as a covert agent of the PRC. But not all outlets told the same story. Newscom states Wang's relationship with Son ended in 2024, while The Guardian does not specify the end date of their relationship. Newscom mentions Wang's handler commended her on page views for propaganda, but The Guardian does not explicitly state this detail. This story was covered by The Guardian and news.com.au.
Story 7 of 8. Man set on fire in Warrawong apartment, police seek suspect. Man set on fire in Warrawong apartment, police seek suspect. Here's what every outlet agrees on. A 25-year-old man was set alight inside a unit on Todd Street, Warrawong, south of Sydney, Wollongong, on Monday evening, May 12, 2026. Police were called to the scene at approximately 9:00 p.m. local time on May 11, 2026. The victim suffered severe burns to his face, chest, neck, and arms. The man was airlifted to Royal North Shore Hospital in a critical condition. A crime scene was established and police are investigating the incident. But not all outlets told the same story. News Kamau states the man was in a critical condition, while ABC later reports he is in a serious but stable condition. This story was covered by ABC News and news.com.au.
Story 8 of 8. Australian soldier dies in parachute training collision at Jervis Bay Airfield. Australian soldier dies in parachute training collision at Jervis Bay Airfield. Here's what every outlet agrees on. An Australian Army soldier, Lachlan Muddle, 50, died during a parachuting training course at Jervis Bay Airfield on 11th May 2026. The incident occurred during a mid-air collision with another paratrooper after parachutes deployed, a few hundred feet above the ground in low light conditions. One other Australian Army soldier was injured, but did not require hospitalisation. This is the second parachute-related death in 2 years, following the death of Lance Corporal Jack Fitzgibbon, son of former Labor Defence Minister Joel Fitzgibbon. In a 2024 parachute incident at Richmond RAAF base, Defence confirmed the incident happened on the evening of 11th of May 2026 at Jervis Bay Airfield, near Salvois, South Coast. But not all outlets told the same story. The Guardian specifies Lachlan Muddle as the soldier who died, while News Kamau and ABC do not name him. The Guardian states the collision occurred on Monday evening, but the ABC and News Kamau specify on the evening of 11th May 2026, without mentioning Monday explicitly. This story was covered by ABC News, The